Okay folks, today I'm going to be selling my 1962, this is a Triumph T100SC. This is one of those bikes that I was going to get around to doing, and instead it's just sitting in my garage and I have to step over it to flip light switches on, and it's time to move it on to the next person and let them take it to the next level. This is a really neat bike. It's an early example of a scrambler, which I think is really neat. It's got the stock exhaust on it, but that's an aftermarket megaphone somebody put on it years ago. I purchased this bike from the original owner's son out of Kentucky. The original owner had bobbed the front fender, and he had also painted this bike over the original paint. It was an amateur paint job at the time. You can still see the original paint beneath the poorly prepped plum or whatever color that is that they painted it. But this was a Kingfisher blue and silver sheen bike. It's all there. Obviously he had changed the seat and put like a Mountain Cub style seat on it. But when I bought this bike, it had been sitting in a barn, I guess, for probably 23, 24 years. Unattended, and of course I brought it home and I was gonna do this and do that, and other projects took kind of took the attention away from this bike. The chrome on the wheels, you know, it's okay. It's not really good. I mean, there's some places on the wheels that aren't great. You know, the pipe's got some hickeys in it. The side cover has some rash down low from, you know, for being ridden. Headlight ring's got a little hickey in it. It's had some bars put on it that are a proper looking bar. I'm thinking that this is probably an aftermarket horn button and kill switch. It does have the stock Smith's chronometric gauge that has been reworked and reset. According to the original owner's son, his father reworked this, well, had someone rework this Smith's gauge at the time when they rebuilt the top end on this engine. Which brings me to my questions. You know, I don't know that the bike was ridden much after it had a top end done, or, you know, what. The carburetor moves up and down freely. The float bowl assembly is in good, clean shape. The tank inside is actually, I hope this picks it up, but it's actually really good and clean. You know, I'd wash it out a little bit with some fresh gas before I tried to run it, but you know, it doesn't have standing rust or even any flaking rust in it that I can see. Again, the back wheel, you know, it's got some rust issues on the spokes and different things. Got some rust on the chrome on the shocks. Transmission shifts in and out of gear fine. The selector works. The clutch seems to be working fine on the bike. You know, the bike kicks over. It feels like it's got some compression. Could be, you know, it might need rings. You know, you might want to crack it open just to take a look at everything before you go to start it. It does have good clean oil in the oil tank. You know, a lot of questions I don't have answers to in terms of the mechanical condition of the bike. The distributor, this is a distributor model, which I'm not real familiar with at all. But it's going to need points and condenser and you know, things of that nature. The wiring kind of needs to be sorted out. I'm not sure what they got going on. I haven't even looked up a harness for it yet. I do know that the horn mounted here, that's about all I know in terms of the wiring harness. They've put another coil on it, and I guess they were running it off of this coil, but I do know that these are an ET coil style bike, so you really don't need a battery to run them. This is a numbers matching bike also. Frame and engine both match. So you know, it'd be a great project. I think it'd be a lot of fun to get this bike running and riding just the way it is without doing too much and without spending a whole lot of money doing it. So if you have any interest, please feel free to contact me anytime. I'll answer any questions you have, and best of luck. Thanks for watching.